to question number 13. Look at question number 13. H is 0.2, but they have given X values are from between 0 to 0.6. And now they are asking you to find X at the maximum, 0.6. How will you compute? It will take 0.2 plus 0.2 plus 0.2. How much it will be totally? 3 stages you have to do. But don't do that. In this problem, convert H as 0.3. Am I clear to everybody? In question number 13, put your H as 0.3. Understood? Next 14, there are only 2 stages because 0.1, and coming to 15, of course, there are only 2 stages because 0.2. Okay, so only the question number 13, you should take the step size as 0.3. Understood? Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, yeah, that's it. That's it about the thing. Now let us come back. Yeah.
8th one.
Now, 8th one. Yeah, that's what I told, right? 8th one. Oh, it's again. They have not mentioned the stage, so you can directly take 0.2 as one stage. 8th one I told you, right? 8th, 10th, and 12th are one stage problems directly. Okay.
Even 10 is 2 stage.
No, yeah, even 10 is 2 stage. Only 2 of them are directly, right? All others are 2 stage problems only. Okay. So you have so many exercise problems for 2 stage. Okay, let us come back to this. The question number 23 and 24 are for 2 stage problems. We are now talking about, okay, these guys keep entering whenever they want. Okay, so question number 23 and 24 are the worked examples. Well, let us solve 24 here. Let me explain you how to solve 24 here quickly. All right. See, as you know, okay, so as you know here, okay, see, as you know here, the given equation is y square minus x square dx is equals to y square plus x square dy. So what you should find, as I told you before, you should find what is y dash. Y dash is nothing but dy by dx. So rearrange the equation, you get y square minus x square by y square plus x square. And look at this one. See, look at this, x equal to 0, 0.2 in the bracket, 0.4. This is the other way of notation of informing you to solve the given problem using stages. 0 is the initial value, 0.1 is the first stage value, and 0.4 is the second stage value for x1. That's what it is. Understood, everybody? See, this notation is very, very important. That's why I picked up this question. Okay, so x is 0 in the initial stage, x is 0.2 in the first stage, and x is 0.4 in the second stage. This is the same, like you are supposed to do the stage problem, but this is the different way of giving you the question. Okay, to solve it in the different stages, I mean, multiple stages. Usually 2 stages. We don't do more than that. All right. So that's what it is. So we got our dy by dx here. Now, you know from the given data, what is x naught? X naught is 0. So that's what we have written here. And y naught value is 1. That is also given in the question here. So what is h? How did you get h is 0.2? They have not mentioned in the question. But look at this one. Say I told you x is equals to 0, 0.2 in the brackets and 0.4. So that makes things clear that h is equal to 0.2 from this. Okay, so that's how you have to get back to h value. Just a moment. Yeah. So that's how you have to take the h value as 0.2. Is it clear to everybody? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now let us start the first stage. First stage, as usual, how you have done in the previous problems. So your f of x comma y is nothing but this one. So that is from the dy by dx, and you need to compute the four constants k1, k2, k3 and k4 using the four formulae we have substituted here. What is x naught, y naught? X naught is 0 and y naught is 1. So you substitute 0 and 1 in this first particular function, that is f of x comma y. When you substitute, you get 1 minus 0 divided by 1 plus 0, hence you get 0.2. Understood? But computing x naught plus h by 2 plus y naught plus k1 by 2 is very important to proceed with k2. Okay, so x naught is equals to 0 plus h by 2. H is 0.2 by 2 is going to be 0.1. That's how you get this value. Okay, how do you get 0.1? By taking x naught plus h by 2, you get 0.1. Similarly, what is y naught plus k1 by 2? You know y naught is 1 and k1 is just whatever we have just now solved it, that is 0.2. So 1 plus 0.2 by 2, which is going to be 1 plus 0.1, that is 1.1. That's how you get this one. Understood? So substitute these two in this function as usual in f of x comma y, you will get 0.1967. Is it clear? Similarly, we are going to now solve the K3. K3 also we have x naught plus h by 2, which we already found here. We are going to substitute the same. And y naught plus k1 by 2, again you should compute. To compute it, k1 by 2, whatever k1 you have solved just now, 0.1967, you have to take by 2 and add on to this one y naught value, that is 1. So 1 plus 0.1967 divided by 2, you get this much, 0.0984. Sorry, 1.0984. When you plug in these two values in this function, f of x comma y, you get, what is that called? 0.1967. That's what you get. That is your K3. Now coming to K4. K4 formula is very simple. So x naught plus h and y naught plus K3. So x naught is 0, 0 plus h. How much is h? 0.2. That's how you get a 0.2 here. And y naught plus K3. What is y naught? Y naught is 1 and K3 is this much, 0.1967. So substitute here. And when these two values, you are going to put again in this function, that is y square minus x square divided by y square plus x square. Simplify, you get this value, 0.1891. Plugging in all the values of K1, K2, K3, K4 in this final formula. This is the final formula. You get, that is the answer. What is the answer? See, they have also done for so many decimal places. I suggest all of you, as you know, to do more decimal places for even from K2, K3 and K4. And then finally round it for fourth decimal place and go ahead and put it in the final formula. You will get 1.196. So as usual, this is the first stage, what you do in other problems also. Now, what is different for second stage problems? Here, whatever you got your answer, that is this one. See, look at this answer. So this 0.2 and this 1.196 is going to be, this is going to be x naught value for the next one, and this will be the y naught value for the next stage. We did the same in the Euler's method, if you remember. Okay, so doing that further, what we will do, our x naught is 0.1 and y naught is 1.196, h is 0.2. And x1 will be x naught plus h. So we will enter the next stage here. Okay. All right. So in this second stage, we have now plugged in the values. Okay. In this second stage, we have now plugged in the values. Now look at this. as usual, our function is y of x comma y is y square minus x square by y square plus x square. As I told you from the previous problem, previous stage, x naught is 0.2 and y naught is 1.196 and h is fixed 0.2. So we don't need anyways x1, but here if you want, you can write to finally write the x1, you just need that. Otherwise, you don't need x1 in the formula. Okay, what is x1? X1 will be x naught plus h, that is 0.2 plus 0.2, it's going to become 0.4. That's how you get x1 value. Understood? Now again, you have to compute k1, k2, k3 and k4 using similar formula what you had before. Okay, in the case of k1, it's going to be f of x naught plus x naught comma y naught. So that's it. Therefore, you substitute these two values in the function f of x comma y and you are getting 0.1891. Similarly, when you come to the second constant, that is k2, to get f of 0.3, we have to apply the formula. Where is the formula here? They have not written the formula in this stage. Here we have the formula. So, what does this formula say? Guys, sorry for that. Yeah, let's come back to yes. What does the formula say here? The formula says that you can see here k1 is k2 is equal to f of x naught plus h by 2 y naught plus k1 by 2. The same thing we use there. So when you use that, what happens here? See, look at this. F of x naught plus h by 2 is this much, 0.03, sorry, 0.3, and y naught plus h1, sorry, k1 by 2 will be, y naught is 1.196 plus k1, that is 0.1891 divided by 2. If you simplify, you are going to get this value. Understood? Plug in these two values in this function, you are going to get 0.1795. That's what it is. Is it clear, guys? So they, even though they have not put the what is that called formula here, but I suggest you to do a substitute formula in every stage. Similarly, we find the k3 value also. K3 value is also x naught plus h by 2, that is 0.3, and y naught plus k2 by 2, y naught is 0.196 1.9196 plus k2 by 2, that is 0.1795 divided by 2, which is going to be this much. How much is that? 1.29055, this one. Okay, so once you get that, substitute these two things in the given function, that is f of x comma y is equals to x square, y square minus x square by y square plus x square, and you are going to get this value 0.1795. That is the k2 value. Understood? So that's how you get k2. Similarly, k3 also you do the same way. X naught plus h by 2, 0.3, and y naught plus k1 k2 by 2. So you'll get 1.28575. So when you plug in these two values in this function, that is y square minus x square by y square plus x square, you are going to get k3. K3 is 0.1793. Understood? So coming to the last formula, formula is not the same here. I have told you in the previous case only. Look at this. K4 formula is different. What is K4 here? K4 here is f of h into f of x naught plus h plus y naught plus k. So the same thing we are going to use there. So here also, when you start doing f of x here, f of x naught plus h, x naught is 0.2 and h is 0.2, so you'll get 0.4 here. Similarly, y naught plus k3, y naught is 1.196. K3 is 0.1793. So when you add on both of these two, you will get this value, that is 1.3753. Substituting these two values of x0 and y0 in this function, you and simplifying further, you get this k4 value, that is 0.1688. Understood? So this is how you compute all the four constants. Now come to the last part of it. It's the same. Sorry guys, once again. Yeah, let's complete this. So we are now doing the same thing of substituting the values of all these four constants in the final formula and simplify. You will get the second stage value, that is the final value. Understood everybody? Any doubts here?
Ma'am, just show 23rd question, ma'am. We'll just take a snap.
The voice is breaking. Yeah, can you? Ikra?
Ma'am, show the 23rd question, ma'am.
Sorry dear, your voice is very, very badly breaking. Is that Ikra who was asking me doubt? Yeah, wait a while. 23rd question. Yes, tell me. What is, you do the same thing.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, but why did I take 24th question, you know? Because of this one. Which one? This notation of x is 0, 0.2, 0.4 is there. No, this notation, most of the students, I've seen them in the exam. Whenever such a question comes, they will not attempt, thinking that this h is not given in the question. Okay, so that is a common mistake that they have, I have seen in so many students. So for that reason, I have selected this question so that I can explain you what this notation is. Understood everybody? This notation is very, very important. If you don't understand this notation, you can't solve the problem. Am I clear? Yes? Morning, sir.
Ma'am, could you repeat that notation?
Yeah, that's what the what difference is in this problem is only the notation, else it's the same thing. Okay, here 0, 0.2, 0.4 is there, right? What does 0 stand for? Here 0 stands for x0 value. Okay, and 0.2 in the bracket stands for x1 value, and 0.4 stands for x2 value. Understood?
Yeah, ma'am.
Understood? So this is the difference in the notation. Once you know x0, x1 and x2, don't you think you can find h easily? H is equals to x1 minus x0. So you can find easily. Understood?
Okay, yeah.
So whenever they give you this notation, by default, you should solve the given problem in 2 stages. Clear? Everybody, any other doubts?
Ma'am, what's the
X0.
role of x2, ma'am?
X2 is very important to get the final answer. Role is nothing than, see, what is the role of X1 then? Are you using X1 in the first stage? No, we are finding Y value at the point X1. Just like Euler's, we won't use the X1 value directly here in the formula. Okay, X1 is not involved in the formula. But finally, whatever Y value you are finding, that is the value at that point X1. Am I clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
H is equal to x0 minus x1, no?
H is equal to x1 minus x0.
Okay.
See, H is equals to x1 minus x0. One should certainly remember this. How do you get this formula? We always know that x1 is equal to h plus x0, right? x0 plus h. So if you rearrange it, you get this h is equal to x1 minus x0. In this Runge-Kutta, you need h. Without h, you can't solve. Of course, in the previous methods also. Understood?
Yeah.
Fine. Any other doubts, guys? If you have, you can send it to me. Otherwise, anyways, today afternoon we have the class again. So we can discuss your doubts, else we can continue. Yeah.
When do we have, ma'am?
I think today we are having 2 sessions of math. Around 3 o'clock,
ma'am.
I'll take 3:15. I'll take. Okay. All right. So, any doubts? We'll discuss then. Understood?